people always say you have to have a selling point.
Mm-hmm.
Ours is put it on. When you put it on, I swear to you, it sells itself.
How you feel in those? You love yours? Okay, good.
I'm trying, and she got on those are the all blacks. Those are like our top sellers.
The black with the gold? Yeah. Yeah, I want them.
And you feel amazing, right? See?
Yeah,
See?
let me get the black and gold.
So let me say.
Tell me. Go ahead.
With the, like, because we go all the way up to 18 for men. So when you see like a 18, you're like, oh my gosh, that looks like it's so heavy. But when we were like at some of these trade shows and like the guys would pick it up, they'd be like,
real light.
What the heck?
Yeah.
Like it's so light. So that's one of our things. I wanted to make sure it was a versatile shoe. So, and I always, people always say like I'm very like versatile. Like I'm very feminine, but I'm also like, I'm gonna get out there and I'll break your ankles too. So like, what's up? But so I wanted my shoe to be like, it's a performance shoe, so you can work out in it. You can go to the gym and do things like that, run in it. But you can also put it on and dress it up. So you can go out and have fun. So it's considered like an athleisure shoe.
Got you.
So that's what I wanted, because like I know what I wanted in a shoe, or what I want in a shoe as an athlete, but I also know what I want just when I'm going out and I'm being cute or whatever. So we wanted to make sure that we combine that. And like when I first was talking about this shoe and we were like, it was just an idea. I was like, oh man, like I love Jordans and I love that the Balenciaga sock shoe. So I was like, I really want a shoe that is a combination.
Yeah.
So, voila.
Attention, coaches, consultants, course creators. If you get paid based off your knowledge, I'm going to tell you something very, very important, okay? What if I could teach you how to make extra 5 to 6 figures every single month using simple Facebook and Instagram ads, all right? Let me tell you about my boy. He got the paid ad playbook. Listen, this paid ad playbook is going to give it to you for free, first off. Marquel Russell, one of the most genuine people I've ever met, he's created over $500 million in client revenue using the paid ad playbook strategy, all right? So listen, go to socialproofgift.com or text proof to 904-447-5274. If you want to get 50 to 100 new client leads every day that actually convert, you need to go to socialproofgift.com or text proof to 904-447-5274. And he's going to give you a bonus video that helps you with a strategy to customize your particular strategy for your particular business. All right, again, socialproofgift.com, text proof to 904-447-5274. Let's get into the episode. Welcome to another edition of the Social Proof Podcast, where we interview dope people that did dope stuff. We have proven records of success, and today's no different. We have Santia Deck. Am I saying that right, Santia?
You are.
Okay.
Surprisingly.
Good. What does Santia mean?
It means saint in Latin.
Saint?
Yes.
Are you a saint?
I mean, I think I'm a good person.
All right, yeah, started off with trick questions. But Santia Deck and formerly Queen of Abs.
Yes.
Right? And now why did you go from Queen of Abs to Santia Deck?
So it's really a combo. Like, Are you
still Queen of Abs?
Yes.
Okay.
But I would say more so now is Queen of Abs and Track Baby. Because Track Baby's like my fitness, athletic side.
It went from Queen of Abs to Track Baby.
Yes.
So where does Track Baby come from?
So Track Baby, I mean, I had so many different conversations with people like you should just try to like merge into like one, be under one name. But everybody knows me as Track Baby. There's like, there might be a few people that are like, oh, you're Queen of Abs or you're Santia Deck, but people know Track Baby more than my name.
Gotcha.
So I was like, I don't want to like take all of that, you know, away from, my brand, because they know me as Track Baby. So. And
you are a professional football player, right?
Yes.
So what is the league that you play in?
So I play in the WNFC. I don't know if people know what happened recently, but I was with another league. I'm not going to say the name. I was in another league that was a professional league. Unfortunately, some things happened.
Hold on. So right now you're with who?
WNFC.
WNFC. And you were with another league?
Yes.
And something happened with the league or happened with you in the league?
With the league.
What happened with the league? I would be interested in knowing, like, is it still alive? Is it still a league?
Yeah.
So what happened?
I mean, I don't really want to.
Well, is it something that's on Google, something that actually happened? Like publicly?
Yes.
Oh, so you can tell me. It's just news and media.
I just feel like it's not my place. But what I will say is,
all right, let me
my gosh,
let me just find it. Like, okay, but you can't tell me the name of the league.
Exactly. We'll talk about it after.
Okay,
after
gotcha. So something happened with that league.
Yes, and so now
that's still running though.
Yes, okay. And now I'm with the WNFC.
Okay,
which is one of the most popular like women ran leagues.
Gotcha.
Women leagues.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So I guess there's 2 premier women football leagues.
There's a lot actually.
There's a lot of them.
Yeah, there's a few different leagues. Well, not a lot, but there's probably maybe a total of 6. But WNFC is one of the longest ran leagues, and they've had different opportunities to be on commercials and TV time and things like that. So, but still have some of the other leagues. But this one is, yeah.
And I won't say the numbers, but I remember seeing it maybe a couple of years ago or a year ago. You saw a contract, you got signed. Was that this league or the one before that?
Yeah, that was a league that I was in previously.
You wasn't. It was a big contract. I don't remember what the number was, but it was a big contract.
Yeah. I was offered the highest paid contract ever for a woman.
Really?
Yeah.
You're the LeBron of.
I mean, I'm not saying all that, but yeah, it was pretty surreal. It definitely came literally in a time where I was figuring out if I was still going to be an athlete. So I feel like God just mysteriously works sometimes, and you just go with it.
And you are a full-fledged athlete, so you got to help me out with this whole women's football league thing. Because I saw this was maybe maybe 4 or 5 years ago. Mm-hmm. Somebody came to me with this idea where they're like, "Yo, we're gonna start an all-women's league, but they're gonna." It wasn't about football though. It was
what was it about?
It was just half-naked women running around. You know what I mean? So, but they were playing football. They appeared to be good athletes, though. It was just, they were half-naked. And then they sent me, somebody that was actually doing it.
Yes.
Right? So the guy, he was telling me it was an idea, but yeah, there was already something going on. There was a league that was doing it.
It is.
And, was that league? Yeah. You was in one of the leagues?
No, I wasn't. Oh, Jesus. I was in that league for a little while before I really knew what it was. But I know now I think they changed the dress code, so I think now they actually are pretty dressed now.
Gotcha. So give me the difference between
what I do in LFL.
What's LFL?
So that's a lingerie league.
Oh,
but they changed the name.
Was that what you got signed to?
No.
Okay. So yeah, LFL is a lingerie
league, but I think they're the S league now, and now I think they're dressed. I think they have on leggings and stuff, which is dope now. Because those when I played those, when I tell you there was this one girl that I was if she was a man, she would be in the league right now. She was big and fat. I've never seen somebody that big as a woman that could move like that. And there was legit women out there catching Odell. It was crazy. These are legit women playing athletes, but it's just over sexualized, unfortunately.
How do you feel about that? Because you love the sport, right? Yeah. But for the most part, right now, if there's an arena full of men, they're not looking at the talent like that. They're looking at the talent. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
How does that make you feel though? Because you're fighting an uphill battle to be accepted as a football player.
I'm gonna be honest and transparent. It is tough because men are visual creatures. Yeah. So when you tell people oh, I play football, first they may be oh, you play in a lingerie league, and I'm no.
They be yo,
they're
sign me
wait,
up.
So there's right. They're and I'm no, there's other leagues that are fully padded. They're fully padded, and I'm yeah, and they're I've never heard of it, but everybody knows the LFL. Mm-hmm. So and then people look at me and they're you don't really play. And I have to always pull out my phone, prove it to them. They're oh, okay, you actually play for real. So it's I'm constantly always having to prove myself. But I kind of knew that going in. Mm-hmm. That's just the life you live as a woman. Even when you're very intelligent, you have to, people men, you walk into a business meeting, they're looking at how you look. Yeah. They're oh, she's pretty. But then when you start talking, it's oh, okay, now I got to respect her because she's not a dummy. So it's kind of that with sports too.
Did you know you were going to get the contract? In your head, did you see yourself a big signing day, stuff like that?
No.
Or did you not even really believe in the industry like that? You were just playing?
So I guess I can tell you the story really quick, really quickly, I guess, yeah. So I was actually training for the Olympics for rugby. I was on like an Olympic journey 2019.
Really?
Yeah. So I had got into rugby like maybe a few months prior to like the actual Olympic like trial season or whatever.
So there's a women's Olympic rugby team?
USA team.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. And so I didn't know anything about rugby really, but I went to a practice and they were like, "Oh man, you good. Let's just get you on the Olympic, like the Olympic, like, route." And I was like, okay. So like I was traveling the world, literally going to New Zealand, going to London. I did some stuff in Fiji. Like I was training to like become this like rugby athlete that I really had no background in. So, and I was not resting. So like I would get off a plane. The doctor would say, "Look, at least take a few days off." I'd be like, "Cool." The next day I was at practice. So like I was literally like killing my body. I was injured and I was like, still going, trying to do the CBD route and all that stuff. And so like by the time I actually got to like the Olympic, like I guess tryout, pretty much like where you got a chance to prove yourself before you actually went to camp in front of the coach, I like pretty much like just bombed it. I was so tired. Like jogging, I felt like I had run like 2 miles.
Wow.
So my body had shut down in front of the USA coach.
Goodness gracious.
And got the call a few days later that I didn't make it, obviously. And I did all this work. Like I did so much work. And like, I don't think people understand how traumatizing that is for an athlete, like when it's out of your control. Like when you're doing everything, like I spent so much money, like I did so much just to be told like at the end that no, you didn't make it because you look like crap. But I'm like, you don't even know who I am. Like in my mind, I'm like, you don't know what I really be doing out here. So, so for me, that was like the biggest thing that I was dealing with was depression shortly after that. Because I was like, okay, God, I don't know what it is you want me to do at this point. Like I've been faithful. I've been doing all this stuff. Like I lost friends. I lost relationships. Like I lost so much on this journey that I really thought was mine. And I could taste it. I could taste being an Olympian. I wanted this I wanted to be an Olympian since I was like 3.
Wow.
So like I was like, okay, all the failures that I had in the past, this was my moment. In my mind, I was like, there's no way. Like, I know this is mine. And so for that to happen, like I said, I went into a depression. I remember crying like every day. My mom was like, "Santia, I know it hurts, but you have a choice. Either you're going to lay down here and die or you're going to get yourself back up and just allow God to do what he always does, which is bring something bigger and better."
And what year is this that you fell into the depression?
2019.
2019?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And so I remember that night I prayed and I was like, "God, I don't know what you want me to do. I don't even know who I am at this point, but I'm going to just give you all of this because I can't carry it." And when I tell you, have you seen that meme where it's like a little kid and he's holding like this tiny bear behind his back and then God, this figure, is holding this huge bear? Mm-hmm. Like that's how my life went because shortly after I got the call from the owner of the league and she offered me like a nice size contract.
Really?
Yeah, but the funny thing was she had been watching me since I was like in college, like through social media. So she had been watching my journey as like
so she was seeing you through social media.
Yep.
Training people.
Yep, and my mom knew her. That was the craziest thing. Yeah.
So what?
My mom knew her.
Wow. Mm-hmm. And they offered just big contract. It wasn't like a tryout or nothing? Or?
So I was actually like during that time of the tryout, like I was recovering. Like I was injured. So I didn't get to do all that. It was what is it called? When they like a video, I can't even think of the name right now. Huh.
Training tapes?
That, but it was like but you get signed off a bit. What is
like a sizzle reel kinda, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So that happened. And then like I said, she knew who she didn't know me personally, but she knew who I was. Mm. So it was just
power of social media.
That's what I'm saying. Everything, even rugby. How I got into rugby was through like my video going viral and a coach reached out. So
sheesh. So in the middle of your depression, you give it all up, say, I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing, but like I need help.
Yeah.
And then you get this big contract. Mm-hmm. And what do we do from there? So
then from there, the pandemic hit. Mm-hmm. So our season it was canceled. I was same thing, training. Ended up getting canceled, obviously in 2020. Then in 2021, it got canceled again. And then some things happened. You all can Google it.
Things so bad. God.
Oh my gosh. Just after the show.
Okay, but, I got you.
Yeah, some things happened. it was very, very disappointing for me because I have been training for years, literally for years, for this moment. And it was history for women in sports, period.
Yeah.
And I was kind of like the leader of all of this because my face was mostly out there when you know. And it definitely bothered me a lot, to be honest. And I wanted to play. Like, I was like, man, I want to play football. Like, I want to get out here. I want to hit. I'm a running back, so I want to do my little thing, my little, you know. And it just didn't happen. And to be quite honest with you, I didn't know what was next. Yeah. I didn't know if I was going to end up going back to rugby and just trying that journey again, or something that, you know, was going to happen again with football. And I had been contacted before by the WNFC. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to just try this league out here and just make the best of it. And this is like a really, like I said, popular league for women in football. They have some of the best athletes. And, you know, you never know what can come out of just, you know, playing. So,
and I got to ask you, because this is a business podcast. So what are the ramifications behind getting out of a contract? I mean, because you get this contract, they award you money. I guess they don't give you the whole thing up front, I don't guess.
So the thing was, our contract didn't go into place until we touched the field. So since I never touched the field,
they never gave you the bread.
Never gave me any,
Oh.
Yeah. So there's that world.
Dang. Oh, vicious.
Yeah, so that's why I just say, you know, obviously I was offered the highest pay because it never went into play. I mean, that's most athletes.
Was they comparable in the new league, or did they? The new league, did they give you a couple more out? Do you get paid, obviously?
This league that I'm in now. No, that would have been the only like football league that women actually got paid.
The first one.
The first one, yes. So you have to think about it. Once again, like, there's a lot of women, like, you know, there's sports, you know, for women that they don't get paid.
Yeah.
We just out here doing it because that's what we can do. But like most athletes that are making a lot of money, it's sponsorships and endorsement deals. So
not from the league, not from the playing. It's not
really a salary. Yeah, it's more so like, at least for us, like, it's like how, like, what kind of sponsors can you get? What kind of endorsement deals can you get? That's why Serena Williams makes so much money. Like, she makes a lot of money in sponsorships, but of course her salary is decent.
Gotcha.
But it's not like the male players, I'm sure. So,
but do they give you something as a salary though, or all the girls play for free?
Everybody plays for free.
And I guess I'm not mad at it because you all are paving a way. Yeah. I mean, it's like, it's, you know, I guess maybe, I don't know how much Jackie Robinson got when he first started, but I'm sure it wasn't nearly
of course not.
anything what he should have been getting, right? But it's okay when you are the leader of an entire people, right?
It's almost like taking the lashes and the whips for the next generation. So, you know, for me, it's not just about the money part. It's about like the empowerment for the next generation. Because I have so many little girls that are like, oh, I wanted to play. I didn't know that there was even leagues. You know, I didn't know that women could play football. My brothers played. Like, I was a tomboy when I was young. I have a twin brother too.
Clearly, I can imagine.
But I have a twin brother, and I wanted to do everything he did. And my mom, for the most part, she let me. Like, until I got hit at Pee Wee practice, and my mom was like, nope, not my daughter. Go to be a cheerleader or something. So, but I didn't do that. But yeah, but I just feel like you should let your little girls be what they want to be.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, of course, guide them because they're still ladies, but allow them to feel empowered and not like they're smaller than, you know, their male counterparts. So my mom made sure that I always felt equal, even though, of course, I still didn't, because my brother got to hang out and party when I was like, had to sit in the house and not do anything. I couldn't even get a boyfriend until I was like a senior in college.
Really?
I mean, a senior in high school. Yeah.
Well, that's some good parenting.
Is it?
You know what I mean? Oh,
is
what?
It? Okay.
I just had a daughter. She's not.
Okay. Well, of course,
until she can like legally drink. Okay, she's not dating nobody. Okay?
I mean, I guess. I mean, I understand. I understand now, but back then I was like, oh, it's so unfair. But I like, again, for me, this whole journey, even like just with the shoe company and things like that, it's not about me. Like, it's cool. Like, it's cool to make history and to do all these different things. But it's like, I think about the youth because they really, like, I know it sounds so cliche, but they really are our future.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, and I want, like, whenever I do have a daughter or son, like, I want them to really feel like they can do anything. There's no limitations. Like, no limitations. Like, whatever you want to do, it is possible. That's why I do what I do.
Gotcha. Listen, if I was going to teach you how to make $1 million, would you give me 10,000? Like if I had a course teach you how to make $1 million a year positive, you're going to make $1 million, would you give me 10,000? Of course you would. It's no brainer, right? So in a calendar year, we make 7 figures with the podcast. But there's 21 things that I extracted from that you're going to need to launch your podcast. But I only got time to give you 3 right now. One is you need a distribution platform. The distribution platform is what you upload your podcast to. That platform sends it to Spotify, Apple, Google Play, so that your supporters can actually listen to your podcast. You're also going to need a microphone. You need a really good microphone so it's crispy audio. And 3, you need an income strategy. This is not necessarily a hobby, unless you're going to make it a hobby. But I can teach you how I made the 7 figures with these 21 things. Now, the good news is you don't have to give me 10,000. My ebook is only $37, okay? So listen, go to podcastebook.com and get the 21 things that you need. And I can explain it in detail, all the things that you need, okay? Podcastebook.com. Let's get to the episode. So you do have the shoe, which was birthed, I'm guessing, out of that situation that our audience really wants to hear about. And we'll listen whenever you feel ready or comfortable. But this shoe is dope.
Thank you.
Like I was looking at it and I was like, dang, I want a pair. Okay, so I could be an influencer.
Yeah, of course you can.
So can I have a pair of shoes?
You definitely can.
Hey, Joey out here. So tell me about this shoe, because it is like, can you see it, Joe? Is it like, you can see it? This is a dope shoe, first off. You designed it?
Let me say, y'all, I actually work out in these, so they a little dingy. But...
Oh, no, it's all good. So tell me the process. Did you design these?
So me and my designer, we actually work together.
They look so comfortable, too.
They really look. Ask around. Let me tell you something about this shoe. People always have to have a selling point. Mm-hmm. Ours is put it on. When you put it on, I swear to you, it sells itself.
How you feel in those? You love yours? Okay, good.
I'm trying, and she got on those are the all blacks. Those are like our top sellers.
The black with the gold? Yeah. I want them.
And you feel amazing, right? See?
Yeah, see? Let me get the black and gold.
So let me say.
Tell me. Go ahead.
With the because we go all the way up to 18 for men. So when you see like an 18, you're like, oh my gosh, that looks like it's so heavy. But when we were like at some of these trade shows and like the guys would pick it up, they'd be like,
real light.
What the heck? Yeah. Like it's so light. So that's one of our things. I wanted to make sure it was a versatile shoe. So, and I always, people always say like I'm very like versatile. Like I'm very feminine, but I'm also like, I'm gonna get out there and I'll break your ankles too. So like, what's up? But so I wanted my shoe to be like, it's a performance shoe, so you can work out in it. You can go to the gym and do things like that, run in it. But you can also put it on and dress it up. So you can go out and have fun. So it's considered like an athleisure shoe.
Gotcha.
So that's what I wanted, because like I know what I wanted in a shoe, or what I want in a shoe as an athlete, but I also know what I want just when I'm going out and I'm being cute or whatever. So we wanted to make sure that we combine that. And like when I first was talking about this shoe and we were like, it was just an idea. I was like, oh man, like I love Jordans and I love that the Balenciaga sock shoe. So I was like, I really want a shoe that is a combination.
Yeah.
So, voila. This is what we kind of came up with. When he did a mock-up of my shoe, my designer's name is Jamie Sills, by the way. Amazing designer.
Nice.
I told him what I wanted, and he literally got it in one try.
Really?
He might have added a few different things, but he's just like, I swear he's the best in the business. But he's also worked for like all of the top companies.
Gotcha. So real quick, tell me what that was birthed out of. Like, how do we come to having a shoe?
Okay, so how we got to this actual physical shoe was I was a brand ambassador for my designer's shoe company. Or he was, helping with the shoe company. And I was selling the mess out of those shoes. Like selling them. Yeah, I was like...
What's the name of that brand?
It was Heroes.
Heroes. Okay, yeah. Got you.
And so I was selling the mess out of those shoes. And then he came to me. He was like, have you ever thought about like maybe a signature line like under this brand? And I was like, I mean, no, but I'm open to it. Like I'm a sneakerhead. So we ended up talking about, again, like, okay, well, this is what I would want in a shoe if I had a shoe. And he was like, okay, cool. Well, I'm going to do a mock-up of it. You let me know if you like it. And like I said, I liked it. Yeah. So when he did the mock-up, I posted it on my Instagram and it went crazy. Like everybody's like, I want this shoe. I want to buy it. And I'm like, wait a minute. It's an idea. This is just a thought. And then I went back to him and he was like, okay, so clearly we have something. Let's just do a whole line. Not just one shoe, a whole line. So we talked about the colors and everything like that. He did another mock-up of like maybe...
Can I see that? Is this...
Yeah.
Is this a heart?
No.
Intentionally? Okay.
People always
I got too deep. I was like, hold on. Oh, I see how you put the heart in there.
But look at the logo. What do you see in the logo?
Santia Deck.
Dang. You got it too quick. Never mind.
It's an S and a D. Says it.
Like, people be like, is it a swan? I don't know. I'm like, no. But also, what else?
Like S and a D.
There's one more thing though. One more thing. What else do you see?
I see a S and a D.
Look closer. Use your imagination a little bit.
Is it a smile, like a face?
No, it's a crown. So TRONUS in Greek means throne. My personal brand is Queen of Abs.
It's a crown.
Yes.
And now I see the swan. Okay.
So it's like, it's almost like art. You gotta turn your head a little bit. Yeah. So, we want to put some
That's lit. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry. I cut you.
Dang, what's that? Okay, yeah. So he ended up doing like 6 different colors, or maybe it was around 10 different colors. I posted it this time on Instagram again and on LinkedIn. It went viral on LinkedIn. And then it went just insane once again on my Instagram. And then that's when my mom, who's also the COO, Santia Deck, or Robles, and she was like, you know what? Let's just do a company. And I was like...
Hold on, but he designed it as
he designed it as a signature line under the brand that I was with.
Yes.
Yeah. But when my mom she's also my manager. She's also like very, very business oriented. So she was just like, okay, she understands social media very well. So she was like, you have the following, you have the engagement, you have like the support. Why don't we just try to make this into an actual company? And at first I was like, Mom, like what? Like we have to go against this brand, this brand, this brand. And she was like, okay. Like my mom literally thinks I could fly. Right. So I was like, Mom, I really don't know. She was like, look, just pray on it. So I remember that night I prayed on it. And I was like, you know what? The worst that can happen is I can say I tried to make a shoe company, which is still pretty cool. Yeah. Or it could go the opposite way and I could have a shoe company, make history, solidify generational wealth, and leave a legacy for my children. And obviously I went that route. So I jumped and it was definitely a process because neither one of us, my mom or me, obviously, we had designed a shoe or ran a shoe company. But luckily our designer had done everything.
Gotcha.
So he was really like our saving grace, and he was like he guided us through everything, like all of the business, even getting our manufacturer in China. He's the one that put us in the right places. And I don't even know how I could ever repay him because without him, I just don't know how we would have did it.
Wow. So does he still work for another company?
No.
He works for you?
Yeah, he's with us. Yeah. But he does other things, but he's our main designer.
Gotcha.
But he's just phenomenal.
So let me ask you real quick. So you were having a conversation about Hero, right? The shoe company. And they're saying, let's do a signature line. Did they say, yes, let's do one? Or this is just a conversation you having with the designer?
So this was a conversation that I was having with him. Right. And then, of course, if I would have said, okay, I do like this design, let's go ahead with it. Then he would have took it.
So they don't even know that you were... Okay, I got you.
Yeah, so it was like, who would have knew if I would have did a signature line? But, I mean, everything happens for a reason. Because my mom, she's just like... My mom is about ownership. Yeah. Like, that's one thing that she's taught us since I was like a baby. Like, you need to own something. Yeah. Like, entrepreneurship. My mom was an entrepreneur. My stepfather was an entrepreneur, and my biological father is an entrepreneur.
Gotcha.
So we grew up in that industry. So I guess we kind of had no choice but to do something. Yeah. But I never knew it was gonna be a shoe company. I'm not gonna lie. For sure. I never knew.
I want to know the process of like creating this shoe. So like you designer, they do the mock-up.
Yeah.
What was the process of finding someone to produce the shoe?
So like I said, he already had his connections in China. Like he actually lived in China before. He's done like the groundwork, like the dirty work, like finding the right people. Mm-hmm. And so when he told us about our manufacturer in China, my mom, of course, was like, well, how do we know these people are actually the best in the business? Who have they done work for? And they have done something for some of the biggest companies there is.
This quality is amazing.
Yeah. So we also wanted something that was unique. They actually hand make these shoes. Like we actually have videos of them. Like I don't know if that's like a good thing, but we have videos of them like actually creating like.
I mean, somebody got to design.
So I know, but you know, people be like, "Oh my gosh!" Like,
oh yeah,
so
I feel like,
you know, but yeah, but you know, so like he told us about them, and obviously, like with him having a lot of success and doing what he's done, like we trusted him, but we also had conversation with the people over the manufacturing facility. Like I said, they sent us videos, so we knew that it wasn't like looking crazy out there, having like 5 years.
Right.
Anyways,
sweatshop vibes.
Yeah, so it was just like honestly like a trust thing, I would say.
Gotcha.
And we of course we looked into other people, but he just was like, nah, this is it.
Yeah,
this is the one. And we've been with them ever since. And like we haven't, you know, even through like the pandemic, like craziness, like with the ports and all that stuff, like they had a lot of open communication with us. It wasn't like days where like, why, you know, where are they at? How come they're not talking to us? Like they kind of like tried to do everything in their power to comfort us through like all of that, because we almost did not have a shoe company. I'm not like, because we launched during the pandemic, like if we would have waited like a day or two later, our customers would have never got their shoes. And I would have,
I was just about to ask you, because overseas, man, like there's stuff at the ports right now that have been sitting on the water for a year now that they can't get to the States.
Yep.
How'd you do that?
Exactly. So how it happened was, like I said, we had to get all of we did pre-orders. So we had to get all of our orders in and everything. And what had happened was, the lady that runs the manufacturing company, her name is Emily. She was like, hey, like, if you guys can't, you know, get all of the orders in, if you guys can't send us everything within like the next few days, you would have to wait till next summer to get your orders.
And what year is this?
This was 2020. So it would have been 2020.
June 2020.
Yeah, June 19th.
Okay, got you.
So, and we, to be quite honest, like just being transparent, we were having a lot of issues, like, because this is also self-funded.
Yeah.
So like we were having a lot of issues with just like getting things done that took money.
Yeah, for sure.
And like some things
you're coming out of pocket.
Out of pocket, yeah. So we had to, and it was like, you know, we thought we would have this amount, and then it was like we have to do something else. So now that took away from what we, you know, so it was a lot of like, what is our priority?
Yeah.
And sometimes like that set us back. So we were like, it was a lot of praying, a lot of teamwork. It was a lot of sleepless nights. But we literally got everything to her, like monetary wise, like a day before, like it was done. Like, because they would have went into Chinese New Year and everything else, and that's like a long process. Headache. Yeah. So we barely made it. Like when I tell you we barely made it, it was like tears of like, we like always crying when we got all that to her. But it was faith. That's all I can say, faith, and it was the power of God, because I don't like, just reliving that moment just still brings me anxiety, because like I just remember like just talking to my mom and just us looking like, you know, and we tried. Like it was a lot of, we tried, you know, we're doing the best we can. And
how long did it take for you to go through the material? Like you decide, okay, this part is just going to be this material. I want this to be this particular material. I want it like all it, like, isn't that some of the like the biggest process of the material fields where they shipping shoes to you and saying, do you like this? And you send it back.
Exactly. And that's also what messes us up too. Because of course we're not in China, so we couldn't see like everything. So when she sent us samples and stuff, if we didn't like certain things, then she would have to go and do it again. And it took them like sometimes I think 2 to 3 weeks to actually create a sample. So like time was just dwindling down. But with the material, once again, it was really our designer. Like he knew everything that we needed. I told him about like I wanted the sock shoe feel, but I wanted it to be supportive. Like I don't want it to be flimsy where you're gonna twist your ankle if you're working out or whatever. Right. When it came down to like even the insole was like we have memory foam insoles, and our soles is it actually kind of acts like a shock, like absorbent type of material too with our sole. So that's why like when you're jumping and running and stuff like that. And that's why people like them, because you can walk around, like nurses and stuff and doctors, they love them because it doesn't put any pressure like on your knees and stuff.
Gotcha.
So
we
put a lot we put a lot into it. And I wanted to make sure it also like it fit to your foot, like it molded around your foot, kind of like the Balenciaga shoe.
Yeah.
So, you know, we made sure that this was going to be a quality shoe.
Gotcha.
Like it wasn't just like, you know, just whatever everybody else does, just put our logo on it. We didn't do that. We didn't go that route, which is a lot more stressful. It takes a lot more time, and it takes a lot of like back and forth.
Yeah, for
because
sure.
for our first design, I think we probably went through 3 samples before it was like, okay, this is it.
Yeah.
And it was because like there were certain things on here that I was like, this looks ugly.
Yeah.
It's just not cute.
Sure.
And then there was things where I was like,
past the design. So that is the original design, but you're saying the material that they put on the specific design that he created didn't look good. Like, are you saying there was like a cheaper little plastic thing right here?
Yeah, like this was plastic at one point.
Right.
So this is now metal. So this is plastic.
Yep.
This was this part right here was actually kind of up here.
Gotcha.
So I was like, it's restricting. Like you can't, you know what I'm saying? Like you can't really have the mobility that I want. Gotcha. So they brought it down. Even with this, they had this logo going up here. I was like, that looks ugly. That looks kind of childish. Gotcha. So it was like, we just had to make sure that and then even with like the small details, like with this was like, what was this?
It was like print instead of like something you could feel.
So it's like, we wanted to make sure like if it got wet or if you wore it, you know, over a long period of time, it wasn't going to peel off.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
So.
Yeah, there's definitely some details in that.
Yeah.
Let me ask you, in terms of pricing.
Yeah.
How do you decide what to price it at? Because those are what, $220?
These are $225.
$225?
Yeah.
How did you decide the pricing?
So with our pricing, of course, we had to look at the market. We had to look at like what the big companies were doing. We had to look at what the companies that might have had some of the cheaper shoes were doing as well. And we wanted to be in the middle. Like we didn't want to be too pricey to where it was like nobody can afford it, but we didn't want to be too, you know, low as far as like, is this even a good shoe?
Yeah.
So when it came down to like the special editions like these, all of our shoes for the most part have a theme.
Right.
So this is like our, we call these the motherland.
Mm-hmm.
So this is obviously for like, you know, our people and everything. Sure. And it's limited like amounts of shoes that we actually made. So it's only 500 of these. And then with our first pair ever, which is called the Olympics 2020 O's, there was only 500.
Nice.
And they came, I should have brought the whole
That's crazy.
Game.
Only 500.
Only 500.
500 ain't no little bit of shoes though, especially for starting out.
It's not. But
like
with everything else we have, but we had, you know what I'm saying? Like we had to make it special.
Yeah.
And with these like special editions, you also get like a card that I handwrite, like I handwrite. And it also comes with a authentication card. So, you know, it's the real deal. Yeah. So somebody can't sell you a fake shoe.
Gotcha.
It comes with a gold bag that is silk for the shoes. So we put a lot into like our packaging too.
This is lit.
Yeah, like our box has like fickle, like specks on it, you know, kind of like the shoe.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And I'm saying like 5, that's dope. Like you'll only make 500 and you're done.
Yeah.
But the way that you see it is so big. Like I can see you have a really, really big vision for this brand and you're putting so much into it.
Yes.
And I can imagine you probably have good like margins on it, but they're probably not as much as you could have if you didn't care about the legacy and longevity of the company.
Yeah.
So how many did you order? Well, how many did you pre-sell?
So with this is the CEO question. Because I know I'm CEO.
Look at you being the CEO and the talent.
Yeah.
Okay, man.
So we talking about our first shoe ever?
Your first shoe, how many did you pre-order? If you remember like a figure.
Oh, Jesus. I'll have to go back and look. So this is what I'll say about that shoe. And this can kind of help with this question.
So it didn't look like that.
No, this is like one of our newest shoes. So the blacks,
that's the same shoe as this though. Can I see your shoe? It's weird. Can you take it off though? I'm sorry. Oh, you just hit the joint and open. Okay, that's all right.
See?
All right, so this
is actually our second shoe that we launched. Our first shoe was actually which I don't have with us. It's an Olympic pair. And it looks like the Olympic rings. And so that one, so what I'll say about that shoe, to answer your question,
But this is that shoe, just a different color way.
Mm-hmm.
And the first shoe, was it the same shoe?
But just a different color.
Different colorway. Okay, got you. And this was the second?
Second one that we released.
Got you.
And also like our best seller.
Do you have a 13 in this?
I do.
I need that.
I do have a 10.
I need that.
Okay, look, if y'all gonna be getting these shoes, y'all gotta make sure y'all give us some promo.
Oh, say less. Say less.
No.
And if that doesn't wear down, that's hard.
And you know what? At first, like our first shoe ever, like the design, the material, it would have done that. So we had to go back and perfect that too. Cause I'm like, I hate shoes like that. Like, and you know, like it's like, why did I spend $200, you know?
Yeah. Dang, that's crazy. You'd have to go to the mic.
There's so much stuff I can say that we perfected in these newer shoes, even more so than those. Like the newer ones they're even more comfortable than those.
That's lit. All right. So the first, go ahead.
So with the first shoe, so not saying any names, but one of the biggest shoe companies in the world, their first year they made $70,000. We made that in 3 days.
What company was that?
I can't
say. It's so secretive.
I have to be secretive.
It's a big company. Was it Nike?
I mean, possibly.
If you possibly no. You didn't have some media training or something. Like, hey, be very careful what you say.
Because look, I don't.
But that's if they're the biggest company in the world. That's actually bigging them up. Well, one of them, Adidas.
One of the biggest.
Reebok?
There's a lot of one of the biggest, right?
It's only about two of the biggest. So
Google $70,000 first year sneaker company, Joe. Real quick.
But that could have been for multiple companies.
That's all right. You're
not gonna get me.
All right, so
we made that in 3 days off of our 2020 O's. So that should let you know, like, how well we did. Yeah. We were happy. We were crying, but we were happy.
Goodness gracious.
I want to invite you to pick my brain.
Mine too.
Yours too?
Mine too.
Yours too. Okay, you guys. We are so excited because we just dropped our newest podcast series called the Brain Picker Podcast. David.
Oh, it's going down. You get to pick our brain. You have a business idea, a concept. You're stuck. You can't get off the ground. You need the advice of seasoned, experienced entrepreneurs. Not only entrepreneurs that are practitioners, but we got a lot of people that we've been coaching all over the last decade.
All over the globe.
That got receipts.
Not just that, you never know where your next investor might be hanging out. And the word on the street is, we got all the connections.
That's a big fact.
We got all the connections. So if you want to sit down with us and pick our brains.
In front of our audience.
And we're letting you pick our brains. We won't even talk bad about you for doing it in front of our audience, bringing your business maximum exposure. Find the link somewhere around here, wherever you see it.
It's there.
And apply
right now
to pick our brain.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's get it.
Let's get it.
So every shoe you only make 500? Is that the model?
No. Only like right now we have 2. So those are the 2020 O's, which we actually retired those. 2020 O's, which is the Olympic
2020
color.
O's.
Yeah.
Okay,
and then this one.
Show me a picture. You got your phone? Show me a picture. Huh?
We retired them. You have to go to the retired section.
You're on the site right now?
Yeah, because her slides are hard.
Let me see. Okay, what's the website? What's the website?
TRONUSofficial.com.
Spell it.
TRONUS.
NUS.
Official.com.
Official.com. Okay. Mm-hmm. And what is TRONUS?
It means Greek. It means throne in Greek.
Throne.
Mm-hmm. So Queen of Abs, TRONUS, throne. We want to kind of keep it in the same.
What's throne though?
Royalty.
Give me the.
Like sitting on a throne?
Throne.
Yes.
I'm thinking football, sports, throw.
Oh, no.
Throne. You're talking about like sitting on a throne.
And actually, like when we deliver our shoes to our celebrities, they have a throne that they sit on, and we have a red carpet, and we give it to the celebrity. It's a royal delivery.
One day I'm gonna be a celebrity. I think I'm on like partial. Hold on, do you bring the throne to their store?
Yes, we have like an actual throne. No, we actually go to where they're at. So if it's at their house,
with the throne,
we do we have like an Escalade that we got everything. You gotta watch our deliveries. It's pretty cool.
I'm looking at it right now. You're going hard with the promo. You got everybody in these joints. This is dope. All right, so.
Okay, so go to.
Are those your socks too? If you want it?
Yeah, we have socks. We have socks and masks too.
You are going crazy. What? And all right, so can I just tell them you did how big your company is so far?
Go ahead.
All right, so see, so you said it was 2020 when you launched,
mm-hmm.
and so you crossed the 7-figure threshold. That is ill. Okay. All right, so you got slides. What is going on
Let me
right
tell you
now?
too about our slides. Our slides are waterproof, eco-friendly, and double memory foam.
And double memory foam.
Yes, so it literally feels crazy with them on, like crazy. I don't even wear I used to be a big fan of like the Jordan, the Adidas slides. I threw those away. No offense.
I bet. So you got loungewear in here. You're a whole. So you're not just.
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna just stop.
What? No, keep
right
going.
here, I just want y'all to just paint.
Yo, the hoodie got gold on the inside of the hoodie.
Let me tell you about our hoodies real quick. Our hoodies, is made with satin lining. So if you have curly, like our hair as Black people, it keeps your hair good,
I
like
get
nice.
It.
Yeah, so it doesn't get frizzy, doesn't break off your hair.
Y'all should see this. I hope y'all can see it. Just go to the website.
We have bamboo material for our actual athletic wear.
Hold on. This satin on this hoodie is game changing. This is hard.
But we got stuff that we haven't even launched yet that I'm like, yo, this is gonna be crazy. Like,
goodness gracious. Yeah, these sweatsuits look nuts. What is that? Okay. Sweatshirts, hoodies. I'm so impressed.
Thank you.
Because there's not many, and this really gives me luxury. It's luxury.
That's what we want. We want you to be like, yo, this is like, do I even want to wear these today?
Because there's not many Black-owned luxury brands, period. You know what I mean? This is so dope. You need an investor?
We can always talk.
Everybody laughing about.
You need an
investor? I feel
we
like
can talk. We can talk.
I feel like I know I'd have to talk to your mom, right? So
my mom is a lion.
I bet. I don't even want to be like, her mom. I'm intimidated already.
I got a whole list.
She's a beast in business.
My mom does not play like.
These are dope. I love what's going on.
Thank you.
You don't have a picture. I want to see the little 2020.
The 2020. So go to the option bar. I think it's in the left. I can't see your phone.
Oh yeah. I am so excited about these shoes. Like right now I'm wearing the Yeezys. And here's what's crazy. As I'm wearing these and you're telling me the story, I feel I'm so much more appreciative of what you're doing.
Sold out.
I'm understanding the plight where, I did see these.
Yeah, so that's the one that went viral. Like, I don't know if you seen that picture where I was like holding it. I ain't having no shoes. That's yeah.
And these sold out? Yeah. You don't got a random 13 at the crib?
That was like the first size of sell out.
I bet. Tag on it. Okay.
You plan on bringing them out of retirement?
Huh?
You plan on bringing them out of retirement?
Yeah, run them back.
I don't know, because then I thought people are going to be like, why don't you bring back this color? Because we retired like our whole collection, the whole collection.
Nobody says that to Jordan. They don't say, hey, why don't you bring? They just take whatever they bring back.
Exactly, because they be asking us that now. I'm like, we just retired them.
So real quick, the dedication, why are those only $43?
Let me see.
The dedication?
Oh, so that's because that's in the retired collection. And once they're gone, they're gone. So we're just trying to clear the inventory.
Unisex men. I want them in the 13. Oh, these are only women?
No, all my shoes are unisex. All of them.
Oh, it says men. Okay, so men 10.5, women 12. Mm-hmm. Oh, I see.
Yeah.
You don't got a random 13 of those at the crib?
I know, I'm sorry.
These are fire. I'm so excited. It says the black and gold are sold out. Oh, no. Not the black.
No, those are blackouts.
Those are not sold. Okay, yeah. The blacked outs. Okay, got you. All right, so your first 3 days made 70,000. I know you're just excited.
We made over that.
Over 70,000.
Yeah.
Oh, a lot.
Are you trying to get this answer?
100 or forget it. Okay, so tell me about your marketing strategy on getting the shoe out.
Okay.
To the market.
So marketing is I love marketing. So pretty much everything that we do right now, for the most part, is online. So we do, of course, the influencers. So like I said, the word delivery is one of our biggest marketing campaigns. Mm-hmm. So we pick a city, of course we did Atlanta. So we had Desi, we had Carlos, Waka Flocka, Sammy, and a few other people.
Are these relationships or?
Some of them, and then some of them, I personally just reached out and was like, hey, this is what I'm doing. Would you like to be? And everybody was like, yeah. People were super supportive.
You didn't have to pay nobody? That's dope. Let me ask you this though. You don't have to pay nobody, but have they reached out to you like, hey, can you post my product? Or
if they have something, I'll support people.
Gotcha.
Like if you support me, I'm gonna support you.
That's dope. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we did something in Houston with a few different rappers. Zero is my favorite rapper. So we did something with him. We did something with a big radio station out there. We did something with a Latin artist out there.
Nice.
So we, and now I think we're gonna go to our next stop is New York. So we have a few people out there that we're gonna be delivering some shoes to. So
when you say your next stop is New York, meaning you're physically going, or that's your next target?
Going. So we do everything by analytics. We really pay attention to our analytics. So our top market is, of course, here,
Atlanta,
Atlanta, Houston, and then New York. So those are our top 3. So we're hitting those first, and then we're gonna just keep going down our list of cities because we know that's where our market is.
Yeah.
So even like when we go to pop-ups, it has to be within our market.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's like, why are we going? So
you don't just go to a random, where's Essence?
That's New Orleans, right?
New Orleans.
We would go to Essence for sure.
Because it's a big event.
Yeah, if it's a big event, like we went to the Magic Show in Vegas, and we did like crazy there.
Did y'all do good?
We did really good there. So we did really good there. And we're gonna be at Sneaker Con.
Okay.
The next one, which I know they do something every month though. Right?
I'm not in the culture. I don't know.
Yeah, so I just know we're gonna eventually go to there.
Gotcha.
But we're like we don't just do stuff just wing it. Like everything is like very planned out and calculated and things like that. So that's the first thing was the celebrities. We do a lot of social media campaigns as far as Facebook marketing ads.
So you run Facebook ads?
We run a lot of Facebook ads.
What's your Facebook ad budget?
It depends. It varies because if we're gonna launch a new shoe, then we might of course increase our budget. If we're just trying to do a random day where we're if we're gonna have I
knew she wasn't gonna tell me a number. I knew it.
You want me to
I had a feeling you weren't gonna tell me.
I would say this. Our marketing budget is under $100,000
a month.
Yes, for sure, under $100,000 for sure.
But when you say under 100,000, that it's kind of close. That's a lot. That's a big budget.
But you have to. Marketing is everything.
Yeah,
that you can't get past that. You can have the best product in the world, but if nobody knows about it, then who cares?
That's a fact.
So,
but you don't just rely on your personal Instagram reach.
No, when we first started, yes, but now that we want to expand. We have really enough. One of our biggest markets is in India.
Really?
And I have no idea, but how that happened. But
you don't think they're bootlegging you, do you?
Maybe.
Never know.
All
these SDs popping up in India. Wow, they ain't buying from us though.
Yeah, hey, I don't know, but that's one of our biggest markets. And like I said, we just pay attention to the numbers.
Yeah,
because numbers don't lie.
Is it just you and your mom in terms of the head of the company, or do you have investors? Do you have partners?
We don't have investors. We don't have partners yet.
Just you and your mom running this whole thing.
Yeah.
Who's shipping everything?
We do have an actual fulfillment center.
So you have a fulfillment center?
Yes.
One that's existing, or you created your own?
No, it's existing.
Okay, got you. So you just send them all your product and they fulfill it.
Yep, fulfill it. Everything.
Okay.
Yep.
They're pretty good.
They're really good.
I need a fulfillment company because I haven't
can put you in contact with them.
Yeah, please, because I haven't really promoted apparel because I don't have a system of shipping it out like that.
That's one of the biggest and hardest things.
Did y'all do that yourself at first?
Oh no.
So y'all never did it.
We never did. Before we launched, we made sure we had the most stressful things for a company in place. Because we was like,
and give me that list.
A fulfillment center, of course, a reliable manufacturer. Wanted to make sure that we had our marketing set up so that we weren't trying to let's learn how to do Facebook ads now that we launched and all that stuff. So we did make sure we knew what we were doing with that.
You learned the ads before you got the shoe.
Yeah, we're still learning. But luckily, and I'm not, just to be very transparent, it does help that I've been an influencer since I was in college.
Yeah.
So my platform definitely was the reason why we launched, had a successful launch because I already had an audience. Yeah. That's why I tell people all the time, which I think people know now. Like numbers matter, but numbers and engagement matter. Like you just can't have 1 million followers and like 2 likes. Like you have to actually have like people in a support system that actually supports you and they actually like you.
Because, why do you think people support and like you?
I think I'm very transparent. Like I'm very much like who I am. Yeah. Like I don't have to put on a mask every day. Like I don't have to be somebody else in order to like do what I do. Yeah. I'm an athlete. I like, like I said, I'm also very feminine. So you see that side of me. You clearly see how that's the athletic part of my platform. And I'm just very open about who I am. Like I don't sugarcoat stuff. Like if you ask me a direct question, I'm probably gonna answer it. Like if you ever been on my lives.
Unless it's numbers.
Unless it's numbers.
No, I understand because it's dangerous out here.
It is like people look. Yeah. I done heard some stories.
Yeah. 100%.
People tell their business, the next thing they know, their house is a target.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact.
So that's just look. My mom taught me that. Yeah. She was like, just don't talk about the money on a large platform. Yeah. Sure. Because you know, people crazy.
Yeah.
People too crazy for me.
I respect that.
But yeah.
So okay. I got some transparent questions. Are you dating?
No. Atlanta's the worst. Dirt. The water's so dirty here.
The water is
I just feel like I just keep pulling up catfish. And I'm
really?
Like, where's the salmon?
How old are you? Where's the salmon?
30.
How old are you?
I just turned 30, November 19th.
Just turned 30. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
What do you think the issue is? There's some good guy. My wife found a really good man in Atlanta. I'm just telling you.
Do you want to be like the nice version of my answer or the...
Mm-mm.
Tread lightly.
I know, I still got to tread lightly, right? Okay, I will speak for myself because I can't speak for everybody. And I'm not one of those women that's like, all men are trash. I don't believe that. I believe the men that I attract sometimes are very just... Okay, so for me, the problem has been intimidation. It has been men that maybe didn't have a male figure growing up, so they don't really know how to lead. Men that
are you hard to lead though?
No, like okay.
Are you sure? Has anyone ever told you?
Let me tell you something.
Let me ask this question. Have you ever dated somebody that said you just don't listen, or like you are too alpha?
No,
you never had that. Okay,
but what I have had somebody say, people make assumptions. So I went on a date one time, and this guy played the sport, had great, like he was good, like in every way possible. And he was like, I see why it'll be hard for you. You just, you do too much. And I was like, what does that mean? He was like, I mean, you have a lot of followers. You have businesses, like you would intimidate most men. So I see why most men are intimidated by you. And I didn't even really open my mouth. I'm like, what? I didn't even talk to you.
Their reputation.
Yes, but people look at me and they think that like I'm bougie, or I'm only gonna date NFL players, or I'm super masculine because I own, I do what I do or whatever.
Do you date a lot of NFL players though?
No, I do not.
You might got a little preference. You might have a little preference, y'all. What is?
I'm gonna be real with you. Let's just be honest. I used to only be attracted to athletes.
Okay.
And then I realized that my type was also why I went through so much. So recently, I've changed, and I'm like, I'm just open to a good human.
Yeah, I got you.
And like, I don't, you still got to be able to support. Like, I'm old school, so I grew up with my mom. Even though she like had her own business, my father was still like the head of the household. He still made sure we were all good and things like that. So I want that as well.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't need you really for anything, but I would like that.
Oh
like,
yeah, that's fair.
So
that's fair.
I want to be able to, like, when I have children, like if I want to be with my kids for a year, like we're not gonna be like in a ditch somewhere.
Yeah.
So like I do care, but I'm not like you have to make $1 million a year. I'm not like that. Like you just have to be at a place. But... It's nice.
Yeah.
But I'm saying like I want to be comfortable, and I want a man that has a vision. So I want him to want more than what he's capable of seeing.
Gotcha.
So he wants his kids to be able to do whatever they want to do in life and legacy and all that. I care about that type of stuff.
Okay.
So yeah, like I used to have a type, but I don't anymore.
Is it, you think it's this particular city, Atlanta?
Oh, yes. Oh my God. Yeah. If I could scream that on the rooftops, don't move. If you want to get married, don't move here. Please, ladies.
Really?
Where's the camera? Don't move here, because you're gonna be single.
Wrong?
Okay, what's wrong?
We got some really.
The ratio, first of all, I think for every man it's like what, 15 women?
Is it still like that?
I'm pretty sure.
I wouldn't know.
And because of that, the men out here treat every woman the same. So if you do have standards, it's like, you have standards, I'm going to just go down the street.
As if there's one down the street. Yeah, you're right.
No, it is one down the street.
Yeah, for sure. There's 100%.
So I'll just be like, all right, look, I'm trying to tell you, like, the things that I've experienced.
You need to move out to the country, man.
I want to move to New Zealand.
Where it's only one of you.
Is New Zealand. I want to move there so bad.
New Zealand, really?
I want to move there. 5 years, I'm probably going to move there.
Really?
It's not even about men. It's just...
Are you actively, like, open, though?
Yeah.
Do you check all your DMs?
No.
See? And you got to check the other side, not the ones you see, the ones...
Those be the weird people in that. Like, I feel like it's a reason why I didn't make it to the main.
And you're probably... No, because they don't follow you. If you don't follow them...
I know, but sometimes...
No, actually, if you don't follow... Like Joe, he's not weird. But if he sent you a DM, it will go to the other side.
But I do look... I scan through it. But when I scan through it, I see
only
like...
looking for blue checks, though?
No.
Okay, all right. I don't know, or a follower account. And I can see why. Not saying you would, but I can see...
No, my ex only had like 2,000 followers.
Where'd you meet him?
Social media.
Really? Mm-hmm. How did he approach you?
So, I was on a rant on my story, and I was talking about how self-awareness was attractive, and I really wanted a man that was self-aware and blah blah blah. And he was like, "Oh my gosh, like I feel the same way. We should have a conversation." And we were talking a little bit in the DM, sending each other video messages.
With the 2,000, that's what's up. So you giving y'all got hope out here, okay?
He slid in my DMs. So I'm not gonna lie, most of my exes slid in my DMs.
And then you go to the page, they looking like something. They working out. Do they work out?
Of course. Okay. That's a non-negotiable. God, family, and fitness, that's a non-negotiable.
Oh, for sure. Okay. All right.
Be honest with you.
I rocks what you said to you.
Thank you.
I rocks with you. Very, I guess you can't tell from like pictures. You do a lot of pictures. You don't do a whole lot of video.
What did you think I was going to be like?
I didn't know. I didn't have any expectation, only because I interview a lot of people and you just can't. You know what I mean? You don't know. But I can see how if you don't have a lot of videos of like you talking, then it's just your picture and then you got them little eyes that look, you know what I mean? Like you could look more like I am intimidating. You could be intimidating.
Really? So what should I do differently?
More videos.
I feel like I put a lot of videos, but I'm working out.
Yeah, I'm talking about you actually saying something. I couldn't find you actually saying anything.
Really?
On your videos. I mean, you got a couple where you're promoting a product, but you just being...
But my story, I talk. My story.
I don't know if I didn't go to the story. I didn't go to the story. But all I see is like the pictures. But if it's maybe just more encouraging people and, being with your friends, because I ain't see you with a whole lot of other people.
Yeah, I really don't be posting my social life a lot on social media.
Yeah, post that stuff. You might find somebody else that's like super down to earth. And I don't know. I don't have no relationship advice. I met my wife on Tinder, so.
Wait, really? Are you?
Yeah, no, I'm serious. But I didn't know it
Tinder
was
of all the day. Not even Bumble?
I don't know nothing about Bumble or not. Hold on, have you ever
My mom met her husband on a dating site.
Have you ever had a Tinder account?
I did, but it's too much.
That's what I'm saying.
It's too, like...
I didn't know what it was like.
I had so much anxiety on Tinder. I'm like, what is wrong with people?
See, everybody that be judging me, they've had an account before. But
I ain't judging you. I'm just...
Before I realized like what it was and how savage the app was, I just didn't know. You know what I mean? I thought it was, just another, okay, you got that, you got black people meet, and I think they're all the same. And then me and my wife, here's what was crazy. On Tinder, there's an option like, am I looking for a relationship, nothing serious, or like to hook up. Now, to hook up means you strictly want to just have a physical relationship with this person. But I'm thinking hook up means we hook up. We just, of course I want to see the person in person. right? So I'm having conversations with these people that want to hook up. And I'm like, oh, so what are you into? What kind of food do you like? And and then the conversation just goes dead.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why are they ghosting me? They don't want my conversation though. You know what I mean? So
they definitely don't.
Anyway, first off, I want to say I'm super proud of you. It makes me want to have a shoe company. And maybe can I have a shoe company under your brand? I'll talk to your mom. Don't worry about it. Okay. I'll talk to her. But no, thank you so much. This has been really encouraging.
Thank you.
Like, I feel like I'm watching, especially I go to your website with the hoodies and stuff. I feel like I'm watching one of the first Black luxury brands being built right now.
So, with that being said, I actually did become the first female athlete to ever own a shoe company. So, this is my little baby.
I rock with you.
But thank you. I definitely, like I said, it's not for me. Like, it's cool, the accolades and stuff, but I just hope that I inspire somebody else to, really feel like the sky is not the limit.
100%.
Like, break through glass ceilings, do what you want to do. It takes a lot of work, a lot of consistency, a lot of perseverance, but if you want it, go get it.
Yeah. I love it. All right, so you got to actually give me something else encouraging because I got to do an interview. I got to do a commercial real quick, and then I'm going to come back to you, let everybody know how they can support you, how they can connect with you, and then you got to close us out with something that the crowd can take with them. Okay.
Okay.
Actually, one more question. You alluded to a little bit earlier, but where do you see yourself in 5 years? What are some things that, other than going to New Zealand, right?
Yeah.
What do you see yourself accomplishing in the next 5 years? Because I want to be able to watch this 5 years from today and say, oh, she said she was going to do that. And she did.
So I have a lot of different goals because I do a lot of different things, but definitely to athletically to be the best female football player to ever walk this earth. TRONUS wise, I want to be the biggest shoe company. Not but the biggest shoe company there is. Household name, national, international. And then I don't want to list every single thing that I do, but all of my other businesses and things that I do, I want to be the best at whatever that is.
Good. Ain't no man, no kids in the 5 years? Come on, you got to throw it in the vision.
Well,
man.
I mean...
You don't got to, just chew on it, okay? Just make sure it's in the vision, all right?
I got you.
Anywho. You do want kids?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, good. How many?
3.
Would you date a man that has kids already? Just think on it. That's all good. This episode is sponsored by The Morning Meetup, themorningmeetup.com, the only organization that gathers every single day. Let me tell you about The Morning Meetup. Every month, there's a theme of the month. Like this month, our theme is wealthy conversations. Every day, Monday through Friday, we have a topic that supports wealthy conversations. So today we talked about real estate investing. Tomorrow is obviously Q&A on Thursdays. And then Friday we'll have another topic. But every single day, Monday through Friday, it's between 500 and 700 people that join every single day from around the country. Wow. It's amazing.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That's actually dope.
Yes, it's amazing. So we'll actually have you on the call, and I think people will be impressed by your story, and they may support the shoe and, follow you and things of that nature. So, but we have a really, really strong community, and our objective is to grow to 10,000 members. Because I believe if you have a community of people that gather every single day, those are future business partners, future people that's in relationships or whatever, but we have to have a collective strength. We're all moving in the same direction. We're all reading a book too. Every single month, we read a different book, and we read it one chapter each. So like today, we read a chapter, and then tomorrow morning, we discuss that chapter all together, and then we read another chapter next day. So it's amazing.
Wow.
themorningmeetup.com. Okay, so go to themorningmeetup.com. Check it out. We're going to give you an opportunity to check it out just for $1 trial. If you like it, stay. It's $79 a month. If you don't like it, you could just leave, and it's okay. It's all right. But you want to be a part of this community, okay? So go to themorningmeetup.com. Make sure you're subscribed to the Social Proof Podcast. Are y'all subscribed on your app? If you're not, just be honest. Just say, I'm not. I didn't know. Apple and Spotify, okay? Are you... I'm going to check your phone in a second, okay? Social Proof Podcast. Make sure you hit the follow button. Just rate us 5-star if we're a 5-star podcast, and leave a review, okay? I'm going to check your phone. All right. I'm just saying. So you might as well just go get it. Social Proof Podcast. Type it in. All right. Anyway, are you subscribed? You should subscribe to the podcast.
I will. Now I will.
There we
I
go.
actually
Man,
watched a lot of your videos, but I haven't subscribed. I'm not gonna lie, but I will.
We're lit out here. So yes, thank you so much, Santia. You are amazing. And I think even this interview lets people know like how much of a superhero you are.
Thank you.
Because you're very transparent, especially about the numbers, except the numbers, which is I understand.
Except the numbers, guys.
I understand. But yeah, so let everybody know how they can support you. Oh, real quick, you got promo codes?
I don't, but what I can say, guys, is we do have sales all the time. So
can you just set up a promo code for my audience? I don't care what it is. It could be 10%, 20%, whatever it is.
Okay, yeah.
Social proof. Just make the promo code social proof.
Okay.
So they can go out and support it and they get a little benefit for listening to this whole hour-long interview.
Got you. I can do that.
Cool.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, cool. We're going to set up the promo code social proof. Okay, so let everybody know how they can support you, how they can find you, and then close us out with an inspirational word.
So you can find TRONUS at TRONUSofficial.com. If you want to just know what I'm doing personally, queenofabs.com. My social media is pretty much TrackBaby001 everywhere. Stand for TRONUS. And a tip that I can give everybody is make sure that you surround yourself with people who honestly see your vision in a way that you don't. So they see it bigger. They have more expectations for you. They want it more than you, because those are the people that's going to push you to, get to where you're going and more. That's something I had to learn early on, was making sure that my team was honestly stronger than me, because the days that I didn't want to get up and work, they were like, yo, we got things to do. We got things, that we got to make happen. So make sure your team is strong. Make sure your faith is strong. And if you want to, go get it.
There it is. Can't close it out no better than that, man. Do yourself a favor. Go follow TrackBaby001. Okay. I forgot to ask. Forget it. TrackBaby00. Okay, what is 001?
They didn't have the original Track Baby, so I just have to do 001.
I thought you were going to say something deep. Okay, but I get it. They didn't have another one. You're number one, absolutely. So make sure you follow TrackBaby001 right now, okay? And do yourself a favor. Go get you some social proof, meaning go build something and build it really, really, really big. But you got to come back to your community and teach them how you did it, because this is the only way our community grows. All right, we are out of here. Peace.